Really, bud?
To be so happy, but without you here I feel so low. I watch you as you left, but I can never seem to let you go. Cause once upon a time you were my everything. It's clear to see that time hasn't changed a thing. It's very deep inside me, but I feel there's something you should know. I will never forget you. You will always be by my side. From the day that I met you, I knew that I would love you till the day I die. And I will never want much more. And in my heart I will always be sure. I will never forget you. You will always be by my side till the day I die. Day I die, 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 day I 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 day.
Gotta wait on only to smoke? What the heck? I think they have, they have the, they're on the wrong sides. Let me double check. Yeah, Grill Mob is supposed to be host, which would put them on blue team. But looks like they are not the host of this, this match right here. Thanks for the host, Ghost. Well, they're not playing Clyde, which I'm happy to see. Boarding Tub has lagged pretty hard in the past, but hopefully it's on one of his good days where the connection isn't bad. I mean, in the flip side of the coin there, I know that Galactical has definitely had some instances of himself lagging as well. All right, boys, let's get it. Loading in. Again, Lumbermill. Lumbermill is the favorite this week, it looks like. We got Beastfile going Toxic with SR635. Boarding Tub going Stalker with an SR25. Moves Like Water bringing the Disruptor. Bad Pointman bringing the Artillery. JJ running a Scout. They really want to make sure that they get marks on him. Then they have the Toxic and Artillery out of Galactical and Focus Science. And Black Sheep, their long-range player, playing on a Ranger, trying to counter that Stalker. In this matchup, I think that it's going to be pretty interesting because very similar setups, but Bravo Team, or Phantom rather, has Moves Like Water on the Disruptor, trying to get an up-close fight with those three players, other than the their long-range player. And then we have Gorilla Mob bringing 3 drones, hoping to get the intel superiority. So if it's an up-close fight, my money is definitely going to be on Phantom Gaming here, because they have the Disruptor and they're going to be able to shoot at marks, whereas the other team will not have any marks to shoot at. Yeah, Namaste, that's about what a couple of those players' connections have. They don't have Mr. Clyde playing, which I'm happy to see, because he can destroy a game with the amount of lag that he brings. But nothing wrong with the guy. Like, he's a great guy. It's just his connection is just not suitable for league play, in my personal opinion. Boarding Tub taking some shots. Let's go over here and look at what Boarding Tub might have seen. Ooh, good gas, forcing Boarding Tub out of that location. He would have had eyes on the team crossing that cover over there. And let's take a look at the long-range player of Black Sheep. He is electing to push up the side of the map, and it looks like they're going to go for a spawn swap, if you will, taking out drones, both teams, as quickly as possible. Phantom is going to have the advantage taking out drones, because Stalker will one-hit any drone in the air if he does connect with the drone. Beast Vio back here is sitting and waiting for this swap, and he does have his drone up. It doesn't look like he has thermals on, though, so we'll see if he is able to get any marks out of this. Thank you for the host. Namaste. Song request. As long as it's not copyrighted, that is the one thing. Since this is going onto 3 different platforms, they all look for copyrights in their own way, and if it's copyrighted, I can't play it. Beastfire here does have eyes on Galactical. At least he is marked. Ooh, he gets shot right in the his rear end there with just 1 bullet. It looks like Focus Science took shots from somewhere. Beastfire is able to take out 2 of them before being brought down. So Beastfire puts up a hell of a fight, but his team is not really in position to capitalize on that, because they're sweeping around the edge of the map. Boarding Tub is here now, and let's see what he can do with his shotgun. Ooh, another turnaround kill on Bad Pointman on the mine. Both players here, long-range players, have their short-range engagement weapon out. Shotgun on the side of Boarding Tub, and then Black Sheep has likely the PSG. I didn't see exactly what he brought. Yeah, it's not a great connection. It definitely comes and goes in waves. Able to take out the drone there from Boarding Tub, but he does get marked. 1 member of each team marked here, it looks like. Galactical is holding down the bodies, whereas Black Sheep is flanking all the way around. I think he has been seen here by Boarding Tub. Let's see who wins this engagement. Boarding Tub does have the advantage, as he now has the backside of Black Sheep, but he is a little bit hesitant because he doesn't have an exact location or a mark. I agree, Namaste, there definitely should be a connection limit. That's something that we just don't really have the tools to implement right now, though, in my opinion. If there were a ping indicator, like there are in like other games like Siege, then I think that it would be much more doable. If you have a red bar, then you just can't play that match, something like that. Back and forth trade there. Moves Like Water gets a kill, and then Black Sheep gets a kill. And now it is a... ooh, they managed to get a pickup I didn't see on JJ. So it's again a 2-on-1 now, with Boarding Tub flanking all the way around. He does have a pretty advantageous position, but right now, if Galactical is able to spot him with that drone, then there's not much he's going to be able to do. If they can find him... Ooh, it doesn't look like they're able to locate him, but they're going for pickups anyway, and it's going to turn into a 4 versus 1 scenario here very rapidly, and then the only issue is going to be trying to find Boarding Tub, as he is now across the map 330 meters away. Let's see if these thermals not going to be able to do it. The drone is still 280 meters away. You have to be within 250 meters to get a mark, and he's behind foliage there. He's not going to be seen. It looks like they're going to have to play for the recon tower or go on a hide-and-go-seek mission. Still trying to find the lone member of Phantom Gaming. They do have quite a bit of time. These are 10-minute rounds. The recon tower is available now. I think that one of them is going to have to go for it, and then that will determine on... Boarding Tub's going to have to take a shot on that if he doesn't want to be marked, and then hope that the fact that he doesn't give off sound markers protects him as long as possible as he tries to pick off these members as they rush towards him. He might try to flank all the way around to get some pickups, but I doubt it, because he knows that they have at least one more mine over there. Or he figures that they have at least one more mine over there, since only one mine has killed anyone so far. Looks like the scout is up and looking for him, but not quite going to get a mark. They do have someone on the recon tower right now. Another one body blocking, looking to see where the shots came from. Let's see if Galactical is able to see where those came from. It looks like he did notice the direction, and now it's just a matter of finding him. Those thermals are not terribly effective on this side of the map looking at this hill. He does see him though. He does manage to spot him and smoke him out, and now it looks like he might run back for the pickup. This is a free pickup, so it's going to turn back into a 1 versus 4 scenario. And now if they hit the recon tower again, he will be flushed out of that good location where he can hit the tower. Oh, it looks like he gets a pick on someone running across the street there. It's really not the situation you want to be in. They do have a long-range character, if you will, or operator, I guess would be the correct term there, to counter him, but he's not able to get eyes at this very moment. He thinks that he's back up to the west of that hill, and they don't know that he's gone back down. This is just a stall tactic. There's really no reason that he should be able to take out all 4 of them, but we'll see. Black Sheep is able to get eyes on Boarding Tub. There he goes. Alright, it looks like similar setups out of both teams. JJ opting for steady hands this time instead of drone pilot. Apparently he didn't think that the drone needed to be up as often, and he wanted the shots to be a little bit more on point. Everything else looks about the same though, out of all the players. get a viewer list here. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to take a look at my viewer list. I got a couple people I need to get out of here. I'm going to give you guys an aerial view here real quick. Alright, so we have, looks like a 3-1 push on the side of Phantom, and they have backed Gorilla Mob into a corner. Now this isn't a pretty easily defendable corner, but Galactical going down on the roadside right there, no cover. He's just trying to trade shots at this point. He does get taken down by Beast File in the end, because there's just nothing you can do there. Boarding Tub is able to get around, take down Focus Science, and as well as Black Sheep. That's probably going to be the end of this round here, unless JJ can pull out a miracle. JJ is going to be struggling for his life here. He is disrupted, and he doesn't really have much he can do. So that's a very quick turnaround, bringing it back to 1-1 from Phantom. Alright, let's see if anything has changed. JJ is switching to a medic, very strong gun now on the medic in an up-close fight. Black Sheep switching over to Sentinel from the Ranger, and it looks like everything else remains the same. Namaste. Yeah, I'm not really going for a cloud monster, man. I'm just trying to get my fix, you know. Alright, let's hop out and see where everyone's going. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Alright, Moves Like Water is pushing up really hard, and the other members of Phantom are staying in the back. Let's see how that ends up working out for them, because Moves Like Water is isolated right now, and if Gorilla Mob is able to identify that, then he's going to be a sitting duck in a 1 versus 3 scenario. Black Sheep pushing all the way around, trying to make sure that they don't get hit by that sniper on the flank again. But right now, it doesn't look like there's anyone that's going to be threatening him. Ooh, great hits by the mortar. He is disrupted. He's probably marked. Let's see if Moves Like Water has any eyes on that. Moves Like Water does not have him marked, but he is 1 shot from dead. Focus Science there, getting caught out by the mortar, and it does not look like he's going to be dropped anytime soon. Although, ooh, great Toxic in order to flush him out and try to get Focus Science a little bit of peace of mind. However, we do have Beast File in his drone, and if he manages to find Focus Science, that's going to be a dead Focus Science. Looks like he wasn't quite able to well, he did mark them, but it doesn't look like he was able to drop his gas on them, or else he would have been dead. Maybe Focus just got out of there in time. Thanks for the follow, Thick Miami. So we do see Galactical now on the Toxic out of Gorilla Mob, moving around the side. I'm not sure if they know where Bad Point Man is or not, but I think that he's here to provide cover for their ranged player who's now getting set up in position on the top of the hill. The other two members of Gorilla Mob have elected to fall back, and now they are rejoining the team in the wood side because Focus Science has been so taken down so low. Now, this is an interesting glitch right here. Focus Science is still being disrupted, at least on my screen he is, and Moves Like Water is, what is that, 200 meters away from him. There's absolutely no reason that that should be happening. So it looks like they're going for a reset. Focus Science does end up taking his own life with a grenade in order to get picked up. He will be at half health when he gets picked back up. Galactical does go down trying to trade with Bad Point Man in the Toxic. Get a bird's eye view here, see what's developing. Beast Bio does take out JJ the Toltec. That's not going to bode well for Gorilla Mob. Now Boarding Tub gets another pick, and it's just the Sentinel at very low health against the four-man team of Phantom. This is not going to end well for him. Gonna look in at, didn't even get a chance to zoom in on that one. Alright, let's see what Gorilla Mob decides to do here. They have to do something because the last two rounds have gone terribly for them. It doesn't look like they're going to switch up anything class-wise. Oh, they do. They do switch up class-wise. They're going to bring a Point Man and a Disruptor to the fight. That looks like they're going to want to get in the face of Phantom Gaming. Let's see how that works out for them. See how these two teams initially set up. Very widespread from Phantom Gaming. That can either be a very good thing or a very bad thing, depending on how the match plays out. Looks like Boarding Tom is going to wait for his two drone players to get as many marks as possible, figure out where they're going. Toxic does go down. Toxic does go down by the side of Phantom Gaming, taking off just a little bit of health from Gorilla Mob. Gorilla Mob pushing up pretty hard on that left side. It looks like Black Sheep is going to join them as well. He's likely going to stop on that log pile just ahead of him. Galactical going really hard in the face of Beast Vial. Beast Vial any moment now is going to be disrupted, as it is 60 meters. There we go. He's now disrupted. He knows that the disruptor is about 60 meters away. He's able to get eyes on him and take him down. That's a huge kill because that disruptor is what's providing them with some semblance of safety in these woods. Beast Vial able to not quite take out Focus Science. He misses the shots on him. And he ends up trading his life away. Someone does take down JJ the Toltec. I was looking away, talking to my kid right there. Oh, standing on top of the rock is just not the move you need by Focus Science. Rather, JJ the Toltec got a kill. No, he was killed. And now it is just Black Sheep against, again, 4 people from Phantom Gaming. Not the way they needed that round to go. Galactical, once he got that far up, he should have been behind cover, making sure that he kept them disrupted. And they didn't get good marks. But now it's an up-close fight with an SR-25 long-range weapon against a TAR-21. That's just not going to end well most of the time. Alright, looks like Galactical is going to be bringing the Scout, and JJ is going to be switching to a gun. They are not opting for the Disruptor, which I think is a good move, bringing a Disruptor. If they're going to be playing a close-up fight, it's just that that Disruptor can't be the first one to be dropped. See how the team's set up. It looks like Gorilla Mob is going to opt for the city fight this time, and let's see how moves like Water again go into the city, and what looks like will be developing into a 3-1 push, with moves like Water holding down the city by himself, and then the other 3 members taking the high side. Moves like Water able to get into a good defensive position in that lumber mill, and it looks like Gorilla Mob have kind of stalled out their movements on the lower side of the map here. Now it's going to be a face-to-face fight here between moves like Water and JJ the Toltec. Let's zoom in on JJ and see if he's able to get this kill. Should be able to take down moves like Water. Moves... What? Wow, I'm very surprised he was not able to secure that kill. Boarding Tub does save him in the end, but JJ, either there was a little bit of lag there stopping it, or he just potatoed those shots, and that's... either way, that's not good for Gorilla Mob. They needed to bring down that Disruptor early and keep all 4 members up if they want to have a chance. It is going to be very difficult for them to come back into the game at this point. Grenades going out onto moves like Water's position. He does have to jump down. That's going to be advantageous for them. But he's able to get a kill on Focus Science. He wasn't looking the right direction on that drop down. At this point, having Black Sheep go on a ranged character, I don't know if that's the best decision, because he's sitting down on the low end of the map every single time and not able to get angles or really the ability to shoot at range. So he's marked, he's being pushed, and Bad Pointman does take down Black Sheep for the last kill of the round. 1-4. Need to see some massive changes out of Gorilla Mob's tactics if they want to be able to pull it back. Focus is silence. Got it. I'm not saying science, I'm saying science. Science, like a xylophone. Not entirely sure how he wants me to pronounce his name. Science. Or is it science or silence? Let's take a look at that. What's his name? I'm gonna go with Zions, yeah. Is that an I or an L? I think it's a capital I, but I can't really tell. Alright, looks like Bad Point Man is going to be the solo pusher on this one, and then Beast Foil also down in the city, so it's more of a 2-1-1 push based upon how it's setting up right now. whereas 3 members of Gorilla Mob are pushing pretty hard again on moves like Water's position. If they avoid him and avoid the disruption field, then I think that they would fare a little bit better. Galactical coming into the middle of the city, he might be able to see Beast File across the way, but let's check in and see if there's any possibility of that. He is behind a wall right now, so he doesn't see. If he were to look out that window right there, he would be able to see Beast File, I think, and potentially get that kill. So it looks like he may have just spotted Beast File, and Black Sheep's able to shoot him through the wall. Same wall that we saw shot through earlier. We do know that a Ranger can shoot through that little tin building. Not the safest place to be. That is a big kill because Beast File is likely their best gunman in this game. It looks like Galactical is trying to find Bad Point Man over here on the flank. He knows that the drone came up from that region, and he's figuring that he's behind one of those pieces of cover, but he isn't entirely sure where. Oh, Bad Point Man able to flush him out of cover and take him down with the SR-635. Moves like Water gets a big kill on Black Sheep. Let's see if Focused Science is able to pick up the kill there. Flashbangs going in. I'm not sure that those were effective flashbangs, though. I don't think he is flashed at this point. Focused is being focused right now, and that's not going to end well. JJ has to pull out a miracle here. He's able to pick up Black Sheep, but he immediately goes down. Getting into a gunfight, Bad Point Man does take down JJ the Toltec, and that will be the end of the game. Very, very quick turnaround there from losing the first round by Phantom into turning that into a 5 round win streak. Very, very rapid. I think that the biggest issue there for Gorilla Mob was that they continued to do very, very similar strategies, and they kept Black Sheep on a long-range character or operator without giving him the ability to really utilize that in most instances. They didn't get him set up on the hill very often, and if they did, they weren't protecting him well enough, and he was able to get dropped. What we see here is moves like Water and Boarding Tub did the heavy lifting, both going 8 and 1. They were able to get some really good picks and survive some really interesting gunfights. With JJ just not able to hit his groove this time around. I think if JJ had been in his groove, then that would have been a lot closer game. But there we have it, guys. It's a 5-1 victory for Phantom.